I forgot to count the 10 seconds. I hope we're kind of live right now. So, hello everyone. Welcome to the Pomelo Pitch Sessions Season 5, Rapid Fire. It's number 2. And I want to welcome everybody on the Pomelo.io Facebook page, the US blockchain page, the .gems Facebook page, and also on the brand new Pomelo Grants YouTube channel. I'm Martin Brewer of the Pomelo team, and I'm happy to be your host today. So let's talk public goods. Thank you for joining, everyone, also here in Twitter Space. Pomelo is nothing without a community, so it's awesome that you guys are all here. Kudos for that. And we are nothing without the great grant creators and donors. So we want to thank each and every one of you for supporting the Pomelo platform in your own way. Thank you for helping make the EOS and Antelope ecosystem as strong as possible. We've got a great pitch session lined up. Here are 7 grants today that we'll present. We have some newcomers joining us in Pomelo Season 5 for the first time. And we have some projects that joined us in previous seasons already that can tell us about their achievements and some new milestones that they want to reach with the new funding that they get through Season 5 donations. So here on stage today, for the second pitch session of Season 5, we have Antelope Tools, network monitoring dashboard. We'll also hear from the same team actually, presenting 2 grants, Pomelo Spend Explorer, which is a donations management tool, pretty interesting. We got w3briefs.com, which help you navigate years of news in minutes. We got Hyperion History API, maintenance and operations. EOS Nigeria, back in the crowd, happy to join, giving us EOS content in Nigerian Pidgin language. I hope Pidgin is the right pronunciation. Then we have EOS Synergy, hopefully joining us in a bit. They bring energy and vibes. Can't get enough of that. And then last but not least, we have Bywire News, EOS and broader crypto content grows. So heads up, each grant owner will have about 5 minutes to explain their grant to us. If there's time left over after the pitch, I might ask a question to the grant owner. People can also raise their hand if they are eager to ask a question. I think we still have some space here on the stage. Big thanks to Jana, helping us to produce the show, and she will be sharing some tweets of the grants that are presenting. So if you're in the crowd, you can click on them and find easily the pictures and the grants of the presenters, and make some donations if you like what you hear. So while the submission phase of grant application has closed yesterday, there's a whole week left to make these donations. And now that everybody has submitted, it's the perfect time to start browsing Pomelo and choose your favorites so that the most deserving applications get the largest share of the matching pool. So before we start, I want to give a few stats. Now that applications are closed, I think, we have 122 grants approved. We have 10 more pending and 26 where there's still action required before they can get approved. We so far raised about a dollar amount of unique donations of $43,529, which is doubled. We doubled in 1 week, which is pretty awesome. We have 295 unique contributors, and there's a little over 170K in USD in the matching pool for the season. And all these 295 unique donors make a huge impact on how these funds are distributed. So that's pretty awesome so far. Wait, where are my sound effects? I need to applaud myself and the whole community. So I hope we have everybody here in the show ready to go. We're 10 minutes in. How we are on the time and the speakers. Has everybody joined yet? that we need in the crowd. It seems
Might,
Nigeria is still
if you
connecting.
can't accept the invite from EOS Nigeria, can you try it, Martin? Or
Yeah,
is
I
it
will.
already showing that he's on stage?
No, it might take some time. It might take some time.
Sometimes a little bit, yeah, slow, or the one or the other can't accept it. So, yeah.
Okay. And I see like W3 is um, coming back in. Um, However, without further ado, if you need to hear more about Pomelo, the background, what we do, feel free to reach out at us here on Twitter at Pomelo Grants. Check us out on Medium, YouTube, or browse the wiki on pomelo.io. So, enough of me. Let's start hearing about from our amazing guests today. Who wants to go first? How about Javier? Are you ready to go
Yes,
with your first pitch?
yes, ready to go. Should I do both of our grants together, and I'll try and make it brief? Or should I focus on one?
That's up to you.
Okay, I'll just go
Um,
for it and try and keep it really really short. I really appreciate everyone's time, and I know we've got a lot of great projects to listen to. I'll start with Antelope Tools. So we started this project 4 years ago. This is our fourth Pomelo season. We're really grateful for the entire Pomelo community because we've been able to deliver a lot of new exciting features over the last seasons. And we're really excited to just continue developing this tool. It's an open source network monitor, an infrastructure monitor that any EOSIO or Antelope chain can use. It's been a community public good from the start. We've developed this with a group of interns from the technical universities in Costa Rica that are learning about Antelope and how to develop applications on top of our tech stack. And for this season, we're going to introduce node health checks with uptime, historical uptime, so we can see the different APIs that the block producers provide, how their response time or uptime has been. Last season, we introduced health checks so we can see if the API is responding. And now we're going to track historical data so we can see which APIs have been the healthiest in the last historically, right? And that allows developers to pick the best APIs for their applications. We've also enabled an API layer for Antelope tools. So other applications can query things like, well, bring me a list of the block producers that are have APIs that are working right now, so I can use that in my application. And we're also focusing on introducing missed blocks and missed rounds, as well as CPU benchmarking. So we'll be able to get a lot more stats on all the nodes running on over 10 networks right now. So we're on EOS, Telos, Wax, Libre, Ultra, Proton, Blockchain. We're running this also on some private EOSIO chains that we work on. So anyone can really leverage this open source tool to have a way to visualize the network health. We didn't really see a open source network monitor before, so we decided to build our own, and it's there for anyone to use. If someone finds the API integration useful for whatever they're working on, please reach out. And yeah, we're just really excited for this new season. So that's the fourth round, and thank you everyone for your support in the previous seasons as well. And I'll move on to our second grant, which is the Pomelo Spend Explorer. So in previous seasons, we developed the Eden Spend Explorer. So what it does is it tracks all these accounts that are receiving funds, and it credits deposits when you get paid, right? So if you have a Pomelo project and you get deposits and matching funds, donations and matching funds, we're going to track all that income. And then it's up to the different owners of the grants to categorize what they've spent the money on. So what we do is we track all EOSIO token transfers from the accounts that receive funds. And if there's a specific memo format for that token transfer, we will pick that memo format up and parse it so that we can visualize data and categorize where the money was spent. So we have a very intuitive UI that allows you to classify your transactions. And you can also do it directly by typing in a memo field. So when you create a token transfer that's related to an expense for your Pomelo grant, you would include you would specify it's a Pomelo expense, a category. So we have a list of predefined categories like, say salaries, infrastructure, marketing, etc. And then you can also add a description, which is a free form text explaining what the money was spent on. What we'd like to do is provide the community with information on how the Pomelo Grant funds are being spent. And hopefully this additional transparency can increase trust in the projects. And we know that we're donating to those projects which are going to have the greatest impact or the greatest allocation of funds towards their objectives. And it's something we began with the Eden community. Now we want to include the same technology for the Pomelo community. And further on, we can, expand this to, say, I don't know, ENF grants, or, what are block producers doing with their funds, or a whole long list of potential use cases for Spend Explorer as kind of an accounting system with additional transparency for Pomelo grants. So that's what we're working on. And thank you for your time. And we really appreciate everyone's support. And we appreciate what the whole Pomelo team's been doing across the years. You guys rock. So thank you so much, everyone. And reach out if you have any questions. Always happy to interact with the community. Thank you.
Awesome. That was 2 grants in under 5 minutes and right on the money. That's pretty awesome. Great job, Javier. If anybody wants to do a quick question for Javier, I think he presented, like, he has actually 5 minutes left to answer any questions for both of these grants. I like a lot the Spend Explorer, and I'm happy to see that this is not only becoming usable for Eden members, but it's also like targeting like the Pomelo community. I think that's pretty awesome. I have one question because I yesterday withdraw my Eden funding in order to start donating today. So do I need to do anything because to do that, or is this automatically basically put into account? I only saw that I can basically create a transaction and then in the memo write where it's going. Is there some integration that you're planning for Pomelo that makes it a little bit easier?
Yes. So when you receive income, that's automatically tracked. So if you're an elected delegate in Eden, or if you're an active grant or approved grant on Pomelo, we're automatically going to track your income. Now, it is necessary to classify your expenses because not all token transfers from your account might be related to your project, say as an Eden delegate or as a Pomelo grant. So in the case of Eden, if you visit spending.eden.eoscommunity.org, you'll see the Spend Explorer where you can log in with your account and you'll get a list of all your token transfers. If you select a token transfer that was for a Pomelo donation, we automatically pre-populate the memo field and classify that as Pomelo. So Pomelo is one of the categories we have for Eden, and you can then sign a transaction saying this was a Pomelo grant that was funded with my Eden funds. So there is an additional step for the expenses, but all income is tracked automatically. And we keep track of what percentage of income is categorized and which is still uncategorized. And ideally, we would have 100% reporting on where the Eden funds went. And well, yes, so that's kind of the mechanics around that. I hope that was clear.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty good job. Can't wait to see further developments. Talking about that, what are the other milestones that you have, like for, let's say you get like the maximum amount of funding and get a lot more than you expected. I mean, are there any future milestones that you're thinking about?
Well, you can classify expenses equal to the income you received. If you get a lot of income and the Pomelo season is over, you can continue to classify your expenses once the indefinitely until you reach 100% of the income you received. We've got some really interesting data visualizations and graphs, so we can see per project where the money was allocated. And then we also want to have some global stats. Okay, where are Pomelo treasury funds going in kind of like a global view? So we'll see, well, most of these funds are going to developers, or they're going towards infrastructure or marketing, or salaries, paying for teams. We want to know kind of where the Pomelo treasury is having its most income or impact at a global level too. So we'll have per project data visualizations, and then hopefully come up with some really nice global data visualizations for what's happening with Pomelo funds. And hopefully this will help us optimize and help donators make informed decisions as to which projects are actually allocating funds in a way which they agree with, and will continue to donate to those projects. So we feel like we can provide a whole lot of information around where the money is going, and hopefully this additional layer of transparency can increase the impact of the Pomelo funds that are available.
Awesome. Yeah, I think with the visualizations make it even more transparent and easier to use for like people that just want to give a quick glimpse and don't dive too deep into these kind of things. I think that's pretty awesome. All right, thanks so much, Javier, and good luck in season 5. I will add you later to the pitch session collection that I have running.
Thank you.
Cool. Next up, we have Bywire doing their pitch, and I hope all the other ones that are pitching right now have better luck in coming up on stage. We have EOS Nigeria, W3 Briefs, Hazard is in there talking about EOS Synergy later. I'm trying to get you on stage. If you have problems, maybe you can reach out to us via DM, so we can fix this somehow. Cool. All right. Next up, Michael from Bywire. Are you ready to go? Your 5 minutes start when you start speaking.
I'm always ready, Martin. Thank you for such a wonderful introduction. And Javier, that was an incredible double bill Pomelo pitches there. So that was very fascinating. Hello, everyone. My name is Michael O'Sullivan, and I'm the founder and creator of Bywire News. For those of you who don't know, Bywire is a non-exclusive and non-rivalrous public good. We focus and provide truthful, accurate news coverage. And our editorial coverage is focused on EOS news, cryptocurrency news, artificial intelligence, and technology news. And we believe deeply that news should be freely accessible to all. And therefore, we provide our services free at the point of use, totally free of charge. So you can go onto our website, you can consume all of our EOS content, you go onto our YouTube channel, whatever, everything is free. However, producing this high quality news, and we're not talking about resharing here, producing unique quality news and editorial coverage comes at a significant cost to us. And we rely entirely on the generosity of our audience to keep Bywire running. So we really do hope that you will enjoy our pitch and give us a few EOS. You should do that right now. Give us one EOS right now. So since the launch of the EOS network, Bywire launched on the same day, and that was the 1st of June 2018. So we have been in the community from day one, and we have been providing unbiased and authentic news coverage. We firmly believe that the future growth vertical for Bywire and our news coverage is within our EOS coverage, our cryptocurrency coverage, and our artificial intelligence news coverage. And with the other cryptocurrencies, we're trying to cover more of the top 10, and we're trying to find a relationship to how those top 10 cryptos work with EOS, because our research shows that the best way to get EOS to grow is to condition it and to position it with the top existing cryptocurrencies that are growing. We achieve that, we achieve success, and that's what we're trying to do with our content and our news coverage. I think we're probably one of the only general news organizations that takes the coverage of cryptocurrency news seriously. What I mean by that is we're not just throwing out propaganda. We cover the news truthfully, regardless of the cost to us, because we believe that the world should grow and be fueled on truth, not just propaganda. So we hope that you'll support us. You hope that you believe in what we do, because we don't shy away from reporting on the negative events, but we don't spread FUD either. We believe in just focusing on the truth. So in order for us to continue doing this, to continue doing high quality EOS news coverage, we really need your support. We burn through a significant amount of resources each month to produce this unique content. And frankly, we want to do more, and we believe we can do more, we can do it better. So that's why we're asking for your contributions today. But we're more than just a news organization. We're actually a news publisher, where other publishers can publish on our blockchain. So we have people like Nova Crypto, for example, or EOS Speaks, and they can produce unique content that is then decentralized across the EOS public network. And that's something we're very, very proud of. And we've also attached the EOS blockchain to our iOS and Android apps, where you can also consume the best EOS news, and also on our website, bywire.news. So with your contributions, we can continue to produce quality news coverage and content creation. So we've created a set of funding targets for season 5 to help kind of cognify what we're trying to do here. So from $0 to $3,000 of a matching allocation, we will continue to produce outstanding EOS news coverage with a minimum of 5 articles per week. We will continue with our social media drive, and we'll continue with our EOS data research. We've done significant EOS data research. If we can generate somewhere above $3,000, and bearing in mind that's only $1,000 a week, $1,000 a month over a 3-month period, we will produce everything in the previous allocation, but we will double the news we are doing at the moment. So we will produce a minimum of 10 articles per week, and we will return the Bywire interviews season. Now, many people who have seen the recent Daniel Keyes interview we have done have said it was a very good interview, one of the best interviews with Daniel Keyes. So I believe that the Bywire interviews are unique and they add significant value to the community. We have substantial guests lined up, but we need your funding in order to make this happen. So if we can get above that $3,000 mark, we'll be able to bring back the Bywire interviews, 10 articles per week, and we'll be able to cut those interviews into smaller chunks so they're more manageable. And we'll share those on YouTube and Twitter Shorts. But we've also got a very special edition. If we can get above the $3,000 mark, we are going to produce a special mini episode of Jeff vs. the Metaverse, our exciting animated series. And then finally, if we can get above $10,000, which is would be the holy grail for us, you'll get everything in the previous allocation, but you'll also get the most comprehensive and complete EOS news coverage in the world, covering every aspect of the EOS community. We'll be able to assign more journalists to cover this news regularly. We will drive an authentic and positive EOS narrative, and we will produce at least 10 episodes of Bywire interviews. So that's effectively once a week. And then finally, we will also produce a full pilot episode of Jeff vs. the Metaverse. And that's from the team behind The Crown, Peaky Blinders, and Black Mirror. And that's me finished. Thank you.
Okay.
Apologies for taking longer.
That was truly rapid fire information from the Bywire team. I would have not expected anything else. And great job on all the stuff that you're doing. You've been like an all-star on all the previous seasons. Really great job pushing EOS news, crypto news. I love it. And I can't wait to see you guys being supported, like pushing more content and really recycling this content. I know we were speaking earlier a little bit about like this great interview that you had with our CEO, Daniel Keyes, and you want to chop it up in small little pieces that are digestible, and we can like broadcast this to other platforms. So I'm very excited for this, and thanks so much for joining the pitch sessions.
Thank you, Martin. Thank you, everyone. Thanks so much.
All right, moving on. How we're doing? We still getting some people on the stage, it seems, but luckily we have Tiago from Hyperion already on the stage, telling us about Hyperion history APIs and what they're doing and planning for the funding for season 5. Let's go.
Hey, thanks, Martin. Thanks for the initiative. Thanks for Pomelo. It's a great. It's really a fundamental infrastructure for the ecosystem. Great work there. It's great coming after Xavier and Michael. Those are 2 projects that are on my Pomelo list that I'll be donating to. Great projects. Talking about us, we are EOS Real. We are an OG blog producer. We are on EOS since before launch, working on the technical side of things, working with other teams to create test nets and create operational standards and help really pushing the edge so that we can have a more scalable and more robust network. One of the points that's needed for any blockchain, and that's an infrastructure that's not usually incentivized, but it's key, is the history APIs and the APIs in general. You can have the blockchain that's decentralized, but you still need to access those block producers or miners to push transactions and to check the state or the historical information on the blockchain. And there comes Hyperion. Hyperion is a history API. So what we do is we index all the data that goes through the blockchain. So you can imagine that when you push a transaction, this is not optimized for query. It's optimized for validity and verification. So it's not easy to query the blockchain as it is. And in the beginning, Block One had released a history that was soon deprecated because of just the volume of EOS and the speed. Right, we have to index one block each half second, and sometimes with thousands of transactions a second. So this is a hard work being done by multiple teams, and I would say that most of them using Hyperion, which is the indexer for the blockchain. So we've been working on Hyperion since 2019, and it's a constant work both of making it up to date, considering how the software is evolving. So we check for the new releases and we adapt Hyperion to that, and also just working on making it more scalable as the chain scales. So it's a constant uphill battle that we are fortunately winning at this time, but we have to keep on pushing on making Hyperion more scalable and making it easier for operators. We have dozens of operators running Hyperion instances across different chains on the Antelope ecosystem. So it's about making the lives of those operators easier. And also we are now with a push to make developers' lives easier, because right now we have, as I said, it's a non-incentivized part of most chains, as it's not like you don't make money. We make money producing blocks, but not operating this infrastructure. So the idea is that we can make this easier for developers and of course for the operators. I think that's it. I'm open to questions. Please check the Hyperion grant, and also Edenia and Bywire. I think they do a great work for the chain.
Awesome. Thanks, Tiago, so much. Can't say it often enough how important it is to not only write blockchain data, but also be able to read it. So Hyperion is doing an awesome job. You've mentioned something that did you? It's actually running on multiple chains, Antelope chains. I don't know how many are you currently on. I see we know we have some people from the Wax community here in the Twitter Spaces. So is it? I think Hyperion is live on Wax, on EOS. Which other chains are you also deployed?
We are on Telos. We are on Libre. Other than Wax and EOS. I think that we are working with Ultra also. We are block producers there, but that's another chain. And we are basically open to work. We run for a few private chains and partners. But yeah, basically right now any Antelope chain we can run Hyperion. And so just that people know, this is about, okay, the history that you have on your wallet, but also for dApps, anything that you are, if you want to airdrop for usage or something like that, that you need historical information, you will be accessing one of those endpoints. Right? So, yeah.
Awesome. I love it. So yeah, I will put you on my list in my collection of Pomelo Pitch Session grants for sure, and then start donating later. All of these pitchers that have presented today are truly well deserved. I hope we can get more people that actually sign up for today here on stage. But until then, I hope it's okay if I open the floor for other people in the crowd to either ask questions or pitch their grants, because we still have at least 20 minutes to go on this. So please raise your hands for questions or if you want to present. So I know Nova Crypto wanted to maybe come on stage and present today. Maybe we have Dan Singjoy in the crowd. I see Björn. I think he has a grant live on Pomelo. Feel free to jump here on stage and present out of the ordinary until we get the people that actually sign up here on stage.
Yeah, let me quick jump in before you invite other people. I'm desperately trying. I see requests now. They're not requesting anymore, but I'm sending out. I tried like 15, 20 times. Maybe it bugs out and maybe it works. So but I'm trying. Yeah, sorry for that. That Twitter has this bug sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't, like, I'm also trying to get people on. I will definitely, like, I know you showed up. I will definitely put you on the list of today's pitch sessions, so people know that you showed up. Yeah, but anyway, the floor is open. Waiting for requests.
I'd just like to briefly congratulate EOS Rio for Hyperion and say how important this has been for us to develop applications. And it's really been like a cornerstone, very useful for development teams, and just awesome work with Hyperion. And thank you for putting that together, because we use it every day and it's a super valuable contribution to the ecosystem. So thank you.
Took me to some time here. All right. Also, Haza in the crowd. I know he wanted to present for EOS Synergy. I'm sending you requests. I'm inviting you to the stage. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not sure if you tried. Maybe I see Rosemary in the crowd. She also signed up yesterday. Raise your hand if you want to present today, so you can get your stuff earlier to the people that want to hear about your grants. Yeah. So while we wait for people to maybe, oh, I see Nigeria giving it another try. Oh no, back in the stage.
5 times. I saw it already.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay. So what we're gonna do here now, I can continue to tell people about Pomelo if you don't know what Pomelo is, but I think we have everybody here in the crowd. No, okay. I see W3 Vision again, not W3 Vision, W Briefs. Dancing Joyce coming on stage, it seems. Oh, I can always rely on Dan to come on stage and take some speaking opportunity. Awesome. Love it.
Yo, Dan is here. Welcome.
Darkman in the house. What's up?
Hey, Barton. Hey, Anna. Hey, everybody. It's been great listening.
Darkman in the birdhouse.
Oh, yeah, I'm actually outside. The birds are quite loud. I'll go inside. But I figured I'd share some bird music with you first, since it's Pomelo season. Now there's piano music in the background, too, so I'll pause that.
All right. Do you have a grant on Pomelo in season 5 that you want to pitch?
Yes, I do. Thank you for asking. And also, before I speak about my grant, I also just want to say thank you, both Martin and Pomelo team, for hosting this. It's awesome to hear it, as always, and getting better each season. And then also thanks Bywire, thanks to 100 there, and thanks for the great presentation. Love to hear all the updates with Bywire and EOS Costa Rica and Dania, and also about the Hyperion and all the great stuff. So super awesome and exciting. And thanks for all the emojis too. One of the things I was thinking about, if I can, I'll get to my grant in a moment, but I was just thinking these pitch sessions are an awesome way for like just seeing an update about what people are doing. There's so many people doing cool stuff in the ecosystem, and it's difficult to keep up. But having these pitch sessions, like you can hear a 5 or 10 minute thing about updates, so it's super helpful in addition to the funding source, but just to hear from people. And so I just wanted to just say thank you for that, especially as well.
Ooh, I love it. Thank you. I will tell the whole Pomelo team your wishes. And I agree. I really like the pitch sessions. Yesterday we had an awesome speed dating pitch sessions at the EOS Fireside Chat. Many of you I know were there as well. So can't get enough of them. And also I see Pomelo Korea joining us here. She's hosting these here. So follow, Pomelo Korea here, the pink one. She's hosting Korean pitch sessions every Saturday, also on Twitter Spaces. So yeah,
It sounds awesome. Yeah, I just saw an email about that, and I'm gonna go check those out. I checked out the Korean ones last season, and it was a great experience. Love to get to know the people in the Korean community and a bunch of great builders there. And then also too, yesterday at the Eden Fractal meeting, we decided to hold a little Pomelo pitch session too. So we had I suppose first I can say that I started up an Eden Fractal Pomelo collection, and there's I think 15 grants in there from a bunch of great builders who join the Eden Fractal meetings and help out with consensus games and help people cooperate with cool fractal and Eden methods. And then I made a proposal where we could talk about talking about Pomelo pitches basically. So we had a really cool Pomelo pitch session. It's different than this, but we did it on video and people could share it and so forth. So I'm really excited about the idea of Pomelo pitch sessions in general, and excited to do it more at those Eden Fractal meetings we again next week, and then in future seasons, and then keep participating, keep growing it. So yeah, I suppose I've been sharing quite a bit about the pitch sessions in general, but I can also jump into my pitch now or my grant as well, if that would be good, or unless you'd like to make any comments about that.
let's go. No, for
Okay.
sure. Awesome.
Cool. Sounds good. Thanks, Martin. Great to hear from you too, by the way. So I have one grant that's up right now, and then I have two that I just proposed or I just submitted a couple days ago that haven't been submitted yet. So I'll focus mostly on the one that's up right now. It's Eden Creators, although I also have for Eden Town Hall and Creator Talk. I think that will be coming up soon. So Eden Creators, basically helping people cooperate with consensus games. So I mentioned Eden Fractal and how I propose a topic for the Pomelo Pit sessions, and so we have the Eden Fractal meetings that I host every Wednesday at 15:30 UTC, and we play two different consensus games. One is called Eden plus Fractal, where we use a combination of the Eden process and the Fractally process, like the original ones, and rank each other's contribution, elect delegates, make decisions, and so forth. And then we have agendas in the second hour, where we help make community agendas, and then we propose topics, and then discuss things, and make proposals, and so forth. So really cool consensus games, and we think that these can really help people cooperate like way better than before. They've been really fun meetings. I invite everybody to join those meetings if they'd like to join. Also, the Eden Town Halls I host every Sunday at 16 UTC. Great meetings, amazing people in the community, and a great way to meet people and build relationships and build cool things together. So with Eden Creators, I'm hosting those and then making a bunch of content basically to help people understand and enjoy the benefits of these consensus games, and also help lots of community members in all kinds of ways. But yeah, I'm publishing videos every week on the Eden Creators YouTube channel from each Eden Fractal meeting, and also over the past few months, over the past few months, I have been making some pretty detailed show notes for each meeting. So if you go to edenfractal.com/videos, then you can see show notes along with some custom art and thumbnail, or rather timestamps, and some highlights. I write up a little bit like a weekly report for what's going on with the Eden Fractal community. And so you can check out those show notes at edenfractal.com/videos or the Eden Creators YouTube channel. And there's also a bunch of other videos there. Actually, Rosemary's here, and she just published a new video for a new podcast called Community Stories. That I'd love to hear more from her, but I was honored to be her first guest, and so she's published in there. And other people want to use the Eden Creators platform to share more of to share their work and so forth on Eden Fractal meetings, or there's EdenCreators.com where I write a bunch of articles And then there's also the Eden Town Hall, all these different ways. Very happy to collaborate with different community members or many community members and help promote EOS and help promote everybody's work and help people create more public goods. So I don't know if I've been going for long. I hadn't prepared a pitch here, so I don't want to speak for too long. But yeah, basically publishing videos every week, EdenCareers.com and the YouTube channel, and hosting the Eden Town Halls too. That's one coming up that I've hosted 40 town halls since last year, and it would be super, super helpful to have more funding. This is mostly a volunteer effort. I work far beyond full-time volunteer to help communities cooperate, and with additional funding, can both make it more sustainable and then also be able to hire people to help with video editing and publishing stuff, so I can publishing things more fast and on time, and also do so many other great things that have ready and excited to do. The last thing I mentioned too is that I'm planning to do a third episode of Fractal Apple, where I'm planning to give away at least 100 EOS, maybe more, to a bunch of great public goods creators while I'm live streaming on Friday on the St. Patrick's Day, and I'm planning to sing some Irish songs too, and have a fun time doing it. I did it last season for Christmas songs, and it was really fun. So I'm planning to do it again, and later today I'll be figuring out something Irish to wear to make a whole good experience with it. But anyway, thank you so much. Thank you.
Awesome. And everybody that wants to, like, Jana was quick enough to pin some of your posts up there. Thanks for joining in here spontaneously. We're trying for last time to get everybody that signed up here on the stage. And you mentioned something interesting, that you started your own collection for right now. And I haven't introduced earlier what collections really are. So collections are a great way to contribute as well. If you know some grants, or if you have an expertise in a certain field, or if you want to just follow a couple of grants that you have expertise to see their developments. Creating a collection means basically you curate all the grants. So right now we have 122 approved grants just in season 5, and making this collection, the criteria that you choose is really up to you. The criteria that a collector applies when adding grants to a collection is up to them, including if they use a specific theme or category, like tooling, or it can be like you just Eden projects, other things as well. So it's pretty cool. Oh, I don't know why music is playing here, but that's not bad. Anyway, so start creating collections like Dan did, because that's another great way to put a highlight on people that do great work, and make it for the users that just want to browse Pomelo a little bit easier to make educated guesses.
Yes, I completely agree. It's my first time using the collections feature, or first time creating a collection. Last season was helpful checking out people's collections and exploring them. There's also a bunch of cool collections if you go to the collections tab and explore all sorts of cool projects, and it's a great way for communities to help promote each other and help people organize and better understand all the different great initiatives going on.
Oops, I think I'm not sure if I lost you or everybody else lost me. Can you guys still hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
We can hear you.
Okay, fair enough. It seems like Dan got eaten by a bird or something.
Sorry, I had my alarm go off, so I think that might have messed with my audio. Sorry if that sounded weird.
All right, well, no worries. You just dropped. That's okay.
A cool band name. Let me say that Bird Eats Dog.
Oh no! and I thought I got away from the bird noises too.
Cool. So last, see, Yosnet, you're constantly trying to connect. Hazard, I tried to give you a couple of invitations. Nova Crypto sent you some invitations. We have 10 minutes left here. It's really open floor. Anybody that wants to talk about their collection, wants to talk about their grants, feel free to join here. And also, after this show, I highly recommend, we have a lot of people joining here on this pitch sessions from the great team of EOS Support. Right after this show, they have the EOS giveaway show that which you can find on YouTube under their EOS support YouTube channel. And there you can learn a bunch of things about EOS in general, catch up on the latest news, do some quizzes, and earn EOS as rewards. So that's just a heads up, and why I want to finish this year pretty timely. Can't wait for next week because like I will give everybody that had the chance to speak today another opportunity. And just yesterday we had so many new people signing up for this pitch session that next week will be like pretty packed. I'm excited for this one. We will probably have above like 15 to 20 people presenting their grants. It's also like the last day of donations, so it will be kind of the rush to the goal of season 5, which we usually see like a lot of donations piling in. So it's going to be exciting next week to jump in here. And I see Rosemary requested to get on stage. I think Rosemary is also a newcomer to Pomelo, and probably I'm not sure if I saw an interview between of Rosemary and Dan. Is this correct?
Yes. Hey, everyone.
Hey, Rosemary.
Okay, so thanks everyone for tuning in, and also Pomelo for giving me the opportunity to talk. Great to be here. It's actually my first time doing a tweet, not tweet, but what was it called? I forgot.
Twitter Spaces.
Yes, that's it. This is the
Wow.
first time.
A lot of first times. Awesome.
And I'm quite so a bit new to everything, and also Web3. Been around for a month and a half, so I feel like a bit of a newborn. So excuse me if I stumble.
That's okay. You're doing great.
Okay. Thanks. So, can I start my pitch?
Yes, please.
Okay, great. So, my pitch is about community. It's called Community Stories, and you can find it on pomelo.io/grant/community. So that is a podcast and show. Thanks for pinning it as well. It's a podcast and show that is all about communities. It's talking about Web3, innovation, games, and how those could be used to support our development as a society, as a nation, world nation, because we're all connected, and just using that platform to distribute our thoughts to more people so that we spread out our consciousness into our tissues, going into the deeps here. So it's about bringing people in, more people finding out about EOS, about Web3, about what we're doing in this space and how we're using the internet, because the internet is powerful. So a bit background about me: I'm a social media manager, and I really became fascinated by the way that this space is moving and the speed of it. And I really want to pour out my my skills into producing content for these communities and many more, and people who may not even get the chance to be on the internet and find out about it. So I just, in a long-term vision, want to be able to provide more of a deeper connection and kind of grab our hands, you know.
Oopsie, what happened there? Rosemary, maybe you need to unmute yourself again.
Oh, that's great. Well, let's
What,
start
10
on the
seconds.
best bits. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, I was on the show. So going back to the actual vision of how that would come across, I have my first episode already out with Dancing Joy. And also, I do have 2 more guests signed up, but more to come. That's Eric, founder of the Center for Governance in Alien Worlds and the FAA Art Fractal, as well as Douglas Butner, who is the founder of Aquarius Academy and CXC. So I'm very close with them too, and I can't wait till I just ask more questions about their opinions on communities and how they've developed around it. And there are many benefits to this. So to just name a few, to provide an open discussion on communities, to encourage collaboration within the Web3 space, just for educational purpose, to fill community management gaps, spread out concept of decentralization and playing games as a fun, interactive way, and just generally bring more people together. I think I mentioned it a couple of times. And just bring more people to EOS community and just create more content for Web3 supporters, including business owners and entrepreneurs, and get people involved more and more. Thank you.
Oopsie, like I still need to learn the sound effects here. Yeah, awesome job. Like, bringing more people in is the way to go. And, because without people, all the technology that we're building is like only half as good. So pretty great to have you here on the stage, and you're doing awesome. So pretty like Danish crypto is going wild with the
I
applause.
just wanted to mention it. Danish crypto is all around hitting the buttons. I would love to pull him on stage because like there seems to be a lot of energy.
He's on auto fire.
Yeah,
I love it.
Oh, thank you for the reactions, and thanks everyone for listening. You're all awesome, and I can't wait till I contribute more towards your grants. They sound amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for again for jumping here on stage. I will also include you in the pitch session collections and start making my first donations today.
Thank you.
So yeah, and I also can just recommend you. I just mentioned it before, like the YouTube your support YouTube giveaway show is another great way where they do super cool stuff to onboard people. So quizzes you can learn there. The chat is going on fire there. It's a really nice production. So starting in 2 minutes, everybody. That's the heads up for you guys. We will wrap it up here. If you guys want to sign up for next week's pitch session, rapid fire pitch session right here, same spot. You find the sign up form at the top of the bio of this Twitter space, of the Twitter account, what I'm talking from here, at Pomelo Grants. So make use of that and have fun browsing Pomelo Grants. For one more week, you can put in your donations. And yeah, let's make season 5 an unforgettable experience and the best one ever yet. So it's a wrap. Thanks for everybody that joined here today. It was an awesome second edition of the Pomelo Pitch Sessions. And hope to see you all in the chats, in the spaces, on Discord, wherever you are. Big hugs to everyone. Yeah, see you around.
I'm patiently waiting for a last pitch I'm doing for 10 seconds. We started a Bitcoin Ordinals mission yesterday. Everyone, look into our Pomelo tweets. You can find the guide. You can find everything you need. Have a look there and enjoy.
Thank you, Jana. Thank you. That's so important. Yeah, join on our missions to the Bitcoin blockchain. It's an amazing adventure, and seats are limited. So